decades, the O.P. Pyle House has been the center of unexplained activity, strange sounds, ghostly figures, and chilling encounters that continue to shake even the most skeptical visitors. What started as a peaceful family home has become one of the most haunted places in Texas. This is the true story of the O.P. Pyle House and the 20 spirits that may still roam its halls. The house was built in 1903 or 1904 for Oscar O.P. Pyle, a local newspaperman and influential figure in Mineola. Pyle was best known as the editor of the Mineola Courier, and his home reflected his status, large, elegant, and centrally located near downtown. But from the very beginning, something about the house felt unsettled. Though Pyle lived there without major incident, visitors often reported a strange heaviness in certain rooms, particularly upstairs. Over time, the sense of unease only grew, and after Pyle's death, the house would begin to show signs of something much more sinister. As ownership changed hands and new families moved in, disturbing patterns emerged. Guests would hear footsteps in the attic, even when the upper floor was completely empty. Doors would open and close on their own, and disembodied whispers would drift through the halls at night. Multiple residents reported a strange phenomenon, the sensation of being watched, even followed, especially when walking up the central staircase. But what frightened people most were the children. Several families claimed their young kids spoke of imaginary friends, often describing the same details. Children in old-fashioned clothing who played in the hallway and disappeared when adults entered the room. One visitor even recalled a moment when her child turned to her and asked, "Mom, who's that man in the mirror?" There was no one there. By the early 2000s, the O.P. Pyle House had become infamous in East Texas paranormal circles. Investigators were drawn to the property, hoping to explain the activity through science, or at least document it. And what they found was chilling. According to multiple ghost hunting teams, the house is home to more than 20 distinct entities. Some are benign, even playful, believed to be children who once lived or visited there. Others, however, carry a much more menacing energy. One of the most frequently encountered is believed to be the spirit of a Civil War soldier named David Aiken. Described as protective and stern, Aiken's presence is often associated with cold spots, flickering lights, and the sudden smell of tobacco smoke, though no one in the house is smoking. Visitors have also reported unseen hands brushing against their heads, or feeling as though they've been gently tugged by something invisible. Most chilling of all, several guests have been awakened at night by the sound of a man's voice whispering in their ear when no one else was in the room. The current owner, Heidi Hoke, has embraced the paranormal legacy of the home. She now offers overnight ghost hunts and historical tours, allowing brave souls to explore the house with EMF detectors and spirit boxes. In interviews, Heidi has said plainly, "The house has a personality. It chooses when it wants to show itself." She's had her own encounters too. Unexplained footsteps in the hallway, doors opening by themselves, and the overwhelming sense that someone else is always nearby, just out of sight. Despite all of this, she insists the house isn't evil, just active. As she puts it, "It's like the past never completely left." As the stories continue to spread, more and more people are drawn to the O.P. Pyle House, some out of curiosity, others in search of answers. And what they find, more often than not, is something they didn't expect. Some leave terrified, others feel strangely comforted. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing: the energy inside that house is very real. So what causes it? Some believe it's a spiritual vortex, a rare phenomenon where supernatural energy accumulates, making it easier for spirits to appear. Others say it's simply the age of the home, that buildings this old absorb memories, emotions, and echoes of the people who lived there. But a few believe something happened on the property long before the house was built, something dark and buried that still clings to the land beneath the floorboards. Whatever the truth may be, the O.P. Pyle House remains one of Texas's most compelling haunted sites, a place where history refuses to be forgotten and the veil between this world and the next grows thin. If you ever find yourself in Mineola, you can even stay the night, if you dare. But be warned, the spirits there aren't shy, and they've been waiting a very long time to be heard.